What's going on, guys? Doing an impromptu live YouTube sesh because I've got some very exciting news. I'm probably going to smile through the entire broadcast because I've been smiling almost, well, not the entire time since I got this news, but the entire time I've been thinking about this news. So anyway, everyone who's tried getting into the meal prep business knows that software is a major component. And right now, unfortunately, there's no good software out there until now. I've actually found some software that is not only amazing and actually works, and there's a lot of companies out there that promise a lot. We've actually been working on our own software. This is the fourth or fifth, depending on how you count it, version of our software. It's still not ready. It's going to be, it's over a year. No, it'll be a year overdue June 2nd. It was due June 2nd. It's been any week now for way too long. So in any case, it's a very difficult feat. Meal prep business, highly dependent upon software. Some good software will make your life so much easier. And trying to build the business without it is just hell. It's just horrendous. I would know. We have hundreds of members, and without the software that we have, there's no way we'd be able to do this. And even now, we're left desiring so much more. So this software that we're working with, and I'll tell you right now, I'm not sure what all I'm allowed to tell you about the company or some of the details, because this company is owned by, they're in the portfolio of a private or a publicly traded company. So there's a lot of components, but basically I've got special pricing for you guys. The software, I have checked it out. I have gone through a demo. It is legit. I haven't got my own login yet, so I am going to be cautiously optimistic as much as I can be, but I doubt they were able to fake a demo. They just walked me through it live, everything I wanted them to click on. We did it through a stream, but it looks amazing. So I'm gonna get my own demo, log in. I'll be able to really kick the tires and take it for a test drive and tell you guys 110% that it is legit. But right now it looks like it is. I'm betting heavily that it is. And yeah, super excited. The pricing is the best part. So these guys have built several platforms for different meal prep companies, and they've got some intimate expertise that I won't go into, but they've got a very good perspective of the nuances and the intricacies of our business and how difficult all these different variables are. So they've done a great job at accounting for all sorts of accounting for all sorts of things, and a lot of stuff that in our software that we've been working on, we thought we were the only ones who have thought of it, because it's stuff that we haven't seen anywhere else. These guys have thought of almost everything that we've thought of, and the stuff that they haven't thought of yet, I am actually going to work with them and their developer with some of our ideas and see how, based on the way things are structured, and it should be pretty easy for them to implement. So yeah, if it's not nothing's perfect, but if it's not perfect now, it's going to be a little bit closer to being perfect, but it's pretty close to being perfect already. So what are some of the features that you're going to get? And I'll get to the pricing. The pricing is ridiculously cheap. Actually, the pricing I know I can discuss privately, because and I'll discuss that as well. So as I mentioned, publicly traded, they are offering their services in this software at a higher price. They've built out custom systems for, like, they were telling me like 40 grand. So that's why I was expecting the setup fee to be not 40 grand. I thought it was going to be lower than that, because I'm trying to work out bulk discounts for the member base. So I'm going to grab basically however, there's going to be a sign up form I'll probably post in this. So I don't have it while this is live, but I'm assuming I'll be able to come back afterwards and post a sign up form in the show notes. So if you're not a member of the private group already, you could sign up for information on the webinar and pricing, whatever else I'm able to disclose as I'm able to disclose it. But basically, not only they're a publicly traded company, but they are going to be selling this for a higher price, and they basically don't want to be competing with themselves. So I'm probably going to be keeping at least their name out of anything that I do publicly. And the pricing, as I mentioned, I know I was able to share it in the private group. If I'm able to share it publicly, then I'll put it on YouTube as well. Otherwise, again, check out the link. I'll put a link probably tomorrow, actually, because right after I do this, I've got an interview coming up. I want to kiss my fiance when she walks through the door, and maybe find some time to eat. So I probably won't get to it tonight until way, way late, past everyone's bedtime, but check tomorrow. There'll be a link, sign up. We'll do a webinar. I'll do a walkthrough. You guys can tell me where you want me to click and I'll show you everything. Let's talk about the crazy amount of stuff that this thing has. And to be honest, as much as I love our software and I think our software is amazing and the stuff that we're working on is going to be really cool, I am nowhere near as impressed with our software, nowhere near as proud based on the stuff that they've done. Because they've done stuff that not only, like I said, we were planning on doing, stuff that we didn't even think that we'd be able to launch with and we haven't even launched yet. So that's one of their big benefits is they're already live. Ours isn't even launched. We're not sure how easy it's going to be to replicate and get licenses and set you all up on, different logins in your own, system as a replica of ours. So there's a lot of uncertainties with ours, to be honest. Then speaking of the features and stuff, they've got most of them and all of the impressive stuff already figured out. Plus, they've got stuff that we've only dreamt of. They've also in their portfolio, they've got other companies that they've kind of merged their, think about like Google. Google doesn't necessarily invent everything that they have. And a lot of times they'll buy up a smaller company that has that technology and they'll either add it to one of their existing systems or maybe they'll let it run with the brand. And, just in any case, this company that they're owned by, they also have other companies that they've combined with this. So with this one fee, and this fee is going to be I'll tell you this, with the private group, with me being able to bring everybody in together, what I know I can tell you is there's discussion with, and I have to figure out the exact numbers, but if I could get like X amount of people to sign up at one time, it reduces their onboarding fees and a lot of other stuff. And it kind of just, it's like going to Costco. You get everything cheaper in bulk, right? Same thing. So if I'm able to, and those people who sign up there and in the private group, you guys will be part of the webinar and everything. And then those who are serious, raise your hand once you have more details. And I think everyone who's serious about doing this business is going to do it. It's very affordable, I'll tell you that. As far as the setup fee, if we're able to do it in bulk, there's talks of that being minimal or nothing. So we have to figure out what that number is. Do I need 5 people at a time to sign up? Do I need 10 people at a time to sign up? I don't know. We're discussing that, and he's, obviously development team and man hours and all that other stuff goes into it. But basically the way it's going to work is your site, if you have one now, wiped out. If you don't have one, congratulations, now you have a site. They can take your content and your images and reskin that, so that'll be your front end. The back end, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place because I'm just going off of notes and like, don't say this, asterisk next to this, because I'm not sure if I can say that. So a little scrambled here and pressed for time. But texting, email marketing, so text campaigns and texting out blast texts, individual text, one-on-one, you're going to be able to text. Telephone is also going to be included in it, the email system, and then of course this is all going to be built into a very intelligent CRM that's connected to a very intelligent meal plan ordering system. So there's a lot of really cool stuff going on. The price is ridiculous. I'll tell you this much. The price is, I just want to say it because I feel like I'm going to be allowed to say it, but just in case not, it's cheap. And especially if, obviously you just sign up with the group so we can avoid potentially the setup fee. And then the price monthly is, I will tell you this, if you're using MailChimp and if you've got a VoIP service and you've got a text service and you're paying for a CRM, you're paying more than what you would be paying for this. So to replace all that stuff, immediately you're going to save money. And that's just a CRM. What I said a CRM, MailChimp, text service, and VoIP. So that's just phone, texting, email, and keeping your clients. That's not even counting the order system. So getting that with the order system, this can all be integrated with whatever delivery software you choose. It doesn't have delivery built in, but who cares? I like software that talks with other software, and this does. Because what's beautiful about that is you can take a really good CRM made by a company who's really good at making CRMs. And if you know anything about CRMs, database management systems, the specialists are always going to put out the best product. So you take a really good CRM, which this is basically built on, and then they added these other things, which is what's awesome. If I were to build it from any one of these softwares into the other stuff, I would start with a CRM and then build into text, email, phone, delivery, orders, all those other things, order system, all that other stuff, versus making a really good order system and then trying to make a really good CRM. I've never seen anybody do that. Companies that start with a really good X and then try to go to a CRM, I don't know of one. Hit me in the comments below if you can name one that started with something that wasn't a CRM and then tried to do it. MailChimp's trying to do it. They start with email. Their CRM is garbage. You don't use them for a CRM. So in any case, forgot where I was going with that. Oh, strong CRM, just that. Having that CRM able to talk to another piece of software that specializes in just this and has all the features and abilities and customizations and all that you want with an email module, SMS module, and order tracking, delivery. Someone who's got logistics for route optimization and the text confirmations and all the different options that you want. That's going to be stuff that's best made by someone who specializes in that type of software. So the fact that this doesn't have everything and really it almost has everything is not a bad thing. So the only thing that you need on top of that is you get a logistics software. OnFleet is one that we use. WorkWave is another one. Check those out. Those are the two that I always recommend because we use OnFleet, and another one of my friends who has a meal plan company swears by WorkWave. The only reason we haven't switched is just because OnFleet works for us and we don't really have a need, but I'd say either one of those are pretty good. What else can't I mention? Okay, I think that's enough. I really do want to discuss the pricing with you guys, but it's stupid cheap. It's not even going to be, especially if you're signing up in the group, and I can get the setup fee like nixed. Even with the setup fee, like it's got to be, I don't know, it's gonna be good. So yeah, like I said, I've mentioned this in the private group. Sorry that it took so long. I know I've been talking about our software for months and months and months. I want you to understand, we've been told for months and months and months that our software was coming as well. So this is the next best thing. I'm happy that we're able to provide a solution. I would have loved for it to have been our software, so I'd be, a little bit more of the hero of the day. But solution's a solution, man. It doesn't have to be my life raft as long as I give you guys a life raft. To give you an idea of how, and I know a lot of you guys are really new to the meal prep game. That's actually one of the reasons we were able to get the special pricing. This guy's used to doing projects that are with companies who have hundreds of people. I told him my people are just starting off. I have people with, most of them have less than 100 members. They're just starting off. We need something that's affordable. I was not expecting this, but that's better for you guys. What was I talking about? Oh, so I know a lot of you guys are starting off, so you might not be familiar with how important the software is going to be, because when you're managing a few dozen clients, when we had a few dozen members, I knew that Brandon didn't like Brussels sprouts and his roommate Matt didn't like onions. Like I knew all that stuff. When you get to hundreds of members, then you're not going to be able to, do by memory and handwritten notes or spreadsheets and all that stuff. You're going to have to up your game. So not only the CRM being a necessity, and you guys should all be using the CRM like out the gate, because there's plenty of free ones that I talk about. HubSpot and Insightly are the two that I've recommended in the past. But honestly, this pricing, as I mentioned, if you're going to be paying for a CRM, and there are free CRMs out there, but for the amount of money, you're probably paying more than this on, like, I've seen cell phone bills that are more than this. So it's like, you're not going to be able to say no to this. If you're serious about it, if you're serious about getting into the game, it's going to be a very small amount. So yeah, I'm going to get ready for my interview that I've got coming on, or starting next. I'm being interviewed by RDAP Dan, a very good friend of mine. Check that out. Just Google RDAP Dan, RDAP Dan on YouTube. He's got a pretty decent following. Buddy of mine. We're going to be talking about hiring felons or ex-felons out of prison through work release programs, which is something I like doing. We'll get into more of that. This one was just about software, and man, 15 minutes almost. All right, how do I end this thing? Thank you guys for tuning in. I saw 2 or 3 of you. I got a thumbs up. That's awesome. Again, check out the notes tomorrow. I'll have a link. If you're a member of the private group, go there. Otherwise, notes, website, mealprepbiz101.com. or kcthestudent.com. I've got both of those going there. Yeah. All right. Adios.